All right, guys, we're gonna test some putters today.
He likes
Oh,
it.
look at that. In terms of the leading edge, we want to soften that or chamfer it a little bit more. So that shouldn't feel as heavy as the full weight stack. That's closer to real driver weight right there.
Yeah.
Nice.
We're going to take click stick and add additional feedback for the golfer.
Does it make any sense that we make it click on a bad swing and have no click on a good one? I mean, I think as a concept, it's great. It feels like we're getting closer with this. I'm Chris McGinley, and I design golf clubs and training aids for performance golf. I'm from Pennsylvania, Western Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh. My formative years were growing up in the 70s there, and Pittsburgh was an amazing sports town. A couple Pirates World Series, 4 Steelers Super Bowl championships, Pitt National Championships. But it's also a great golf town. There was 2 major championships during the 70s in Pittsburgh. The US Open at Oakmont that Johnny Miller won. I mean, that was really the first time I remember watching a golf tournament and going, yeah, I want to be in golf. Well, when I got out of college with my engineering degree, I went into, believe it or not, naval nuclear propulsion. So I worked for Westinghouse Electric for a laboratory that literally put nuclear reactors into submarines and aircraft carriers. So really wild job. A lot of hardcore engineering going on, and that sort of led me to believe, you know, I'm not meant to be a hardcore engineer. So that's why I turned to golf. I had a buddy who was a golf professional out in Arizona. I was able to get a job at Desert Highlands as an assistant golf professional. It was a very nice club. It was the site of the original Skins game. You know, that just really got in my system, and I want to make golf my business. You know, having to interact with golfers that were frustrated or wanted to buy a new piece of equipment. And that really spurred me to get into the equipment side. I always had a love for equipment, love for gear. So from Desert Highlands, I got into the manufacturing side, small manufacturer in Arizona, worked for MaxFly in Greenville, South Carolina, and then went to Titleist, which was the biggest part of my career. I spent 21 years at Titleist, and I worked with some of the best designers in the industry. I mean, you can't spend time around guys like Scotty Cameron and Bob Vokey and guys like Sean Toulon and Clay Long. You can't spend time around people like that and not learn things. And early in my career at Titleist, we signed Tiger, David Duval, Ernie Els, Davis Love. When I moved on to Honma, I spent a lot of time and worked a lot with Justin Rose, who was #1 in the world at that time. And just learning to work with players and get their expectations. And you know, it's really not that different than what we're doing at performance golf. It's learning about the person, learning about the average golfers, everyday golfers, higher handicaps, identifying those common golfer problems.
But the face is not allowing you to deliver a leaning shaft.
And we start with the golfer rather than the piece of equipment in the feature set. And our goal is to give you a product that helps you hit better shots, particularly shots that are a challenge for you.
That was nice. Woo! It just stuck to the green. Never does that.
And to use design and technology in a way that doesn't break the bank. I think that's important. You know, we strive to give you what you need, not what you don't. And, you know, working at PG has allowed me to use all my experience, and I've been able to have the freedom and the support to really think differently outside the box than if I was at a bigger company. I mean, all those experiences helped me create the stuff that we're doing right now at Performance Golf. We fixate on solving problems. A lot of companies are concerned with having a product in traditional categories, and those products are often burdened to fill a more general need of that category. So we just don't approach it that way. You know, as I said, we find a problem and we attack it, because golf's one of those games where you can practice more and get worse. One of the things that I find really great about designing golf clubs is being able to create something that's physical, something you can see and feel and touch, something that the golfer is going to look at and go, oh yeah, man, that looks good. That looks like it's going to help me. So we figure out, you know, how do I stack features to solve a problem? And we have a lot of products that are really great representation of that. Yeah, SF1 is a great example of what we call feature stacking. Like, let's put as many features in this that are going to help the golfer square the face and eliminate a slice. So it's weighting, it's the mechanical face angle, it's some aerodynamic features in the crown that help speed the toe closed. All those things combine to help you hit a straighter golf shot.
Right down the middle. Right down the middle.
So this is the ONE Wedge. And the design thinking that went into this was, how do I stop a golfer from chunking their wedge shots?
Come on.
Fixing a very common problem. How do you do that? You have to have a wider sole. And this is wider, you can clearly see it, you can feel it. And there's a lot of sophistication built in this in terms of the shape and the camber. We put some extra counterweight in the butt of the grip. This thing's magic out of a bunker. Can handle any lie around the green. I mean, this thing's magic, man. We've put it into the hands of so many golfers. They've had so much success with it. Literally after the first shot, it's like a revelation.
Wow.
Go in.
Wow.
Go in. Go in.
You,
Come on!
are you
Come
kidding?
on! Are you kidding me? That's
This-
why I'm a good coach.
All right, at Performance Golf, we do a lot of testing. I'm on my way into a local simulator, so we can do some indoor stuff. So I brought 357, 3-wood head, 5-wood length, 7-wood loft, a 359, same concept with a 9-wood loft, and we have a 355. This isn't in the market yet, it's still prototype. When you're testing any club, you're always looking for kind of looks, sound, feel, and obviously being here in a simulator, we can see ball flight and then pick up the launch monitor numbers to tell us how the club's performing. Nice little soft draw, 205 carry. I mean, the problem we're solving is that guys can't hit that shot. So in terms of our thinking, cracking the code, solving problems, really helping golfers, we sort of rethought what could a 7-wood be, and that's 357. And there's really nothing else out there like that. A 3-wood size head's very forgiving, very easy to hit, gives you a lot of confidence when you look down on it. We put a 5-wood length shaft in it to give you enough club speed to get the ball in the air, carry it a further distance. And because it's got 7-wood loft, the ball gets up really easy, it flies really high, it comes down steep, and it stops on a green. The emotional side of that is you're gonna feel better about yourself as a golfer, you're gonna feel better about your game, you're gonna hit a shot in front of your buddies that they didn't think you could hit.
This one's for you, Paul.
That's a club that's gonna help golfers love their game. We're not trying to create a club just to have a club in the category. Part of our differentiation is it solves a problem and it does it better than the other clubs in the category. And as for Brixton, I mean, he fundamentally understands the struggle to improve and find joy in the game. There we go, look at that. On a personal level, he's lived it. And he knows that the industry can do better than it has.
Chris came on board. I said, Chris, Titleist, great company. I don't want to make products over the tour pros.
And I mean, I think that's driven by sort of the disruption that you wanted, that, you know, hey, we're not Titleist, we're not making products for better players.
I said, I want you to make a club my dad can hit out of a divot solid every time, or if my dad's around the green, he sucks at chipping. He's putting from way off greens, using his 5-iron. Make a wedge he can hit out of any lie. And
Holy sh!
Tell you what, that might be right on the money, folks.
that's a dart. Chris has really helped me create some disruptive products that help the average guy just play better. So if you had to guesstimate, like kind of getting another sample, like what do you think that timetable is looking like to make some of these?
He's always in my kitchen about thinking innovative, being creative, and thinking outside of the box. And the best way to do that is we don't start with the feature set of the product. We start with golfer problems.
Whoa, big slice.
And then the feature set comes out of what the golfer problems are. So that's a little bit different. You know, we're not trying to add just sort of generic all-around performance technology. Everything we do is with a purpose, and it's a purpose for solving those problems.
We're ready to start the tooling, but not if there's something graphically that would impact the tooling.
So a question on that, Ian.
Could we do a water decal on this type of plastic?
You could, yeah. You're gonna need to clear coat it afterwards.
So we're on our way to Reflex Group. Reflex is one of Performance Golf's main engineering partners. Really incredible talented group of people. Reflex is in a great spot. It's in Oceanside, California, which is one of my favorite towns. Lived there for many years, surfed there for many years. And I have a history with the principal, Ian. We've worked on stuff for a long time, even before performance golf. Ian's a golfer, so he's been around golf. His dad's a golfer, his brother's a golfer. He comes from a golf family. Not just a great engineering mind, but he understands golf. You know, he understands it from a design point of view, and he understands it from an emotional point of view as a golfer himself. All right, we're here at Reflex. You get the goodie kit out of the back. All right, let's go work on some fun stuff. This is Reflex. A lot of golf history here in this building. It's where John Ashworth founded the Link Soul brand, and it's got a great vibe. What's up, guys? Yeah, good to see you. Joe? Yeah, good. How are you? You guys ready to get at it?
I've been in the golf industry for 18 years. I've worked for bigger brands like Callaway, Titleist, Golf Pride. But I'm very excited to be at Performance Golf because Performance Golf is a Nimble organization that allows us to solve problems for the everyday golfer. And I've really enjoyed working with Chris. He's a great guy. He is an OG golf engineering guy.
Most weight trainers in the market are just a shaft and a weight on the end of that shaft. So the weight is basically in line with the shaft axis. And on a real golf club, that's just not the case.
I'll be honest, the way that we tag team through products allows us to be very successful in the way that we aggressively design and develop product. I think what's very unique and novel about this product is the movability and interchangeability of the weighting system.
So the working relationship with PG, Chris, and Joe is especially tight. You know, our goal is to be an extension of our clients, so that the conversations are frequent and detailed. So currently we have twice weekly meetings with Chris and Joe. The extension of my team is doing ongoing production.
The team we have both internally and some of our external contractors, you know, they're very talented designers, engineers, CAD guys, pattern makers, prototype makers, machinists.
Okay. So it's less of a sharp edge if they hit the mat or the ground.
But, you know, beyond their technical skills, they're into golf, you know, they love golf. And most of them aren't very good golfers, which is great. So they're a good test audience.
What's your handicap?
You know, on a good day, it's kind of low teens.
If I had to guess, probably 20, 25. Pretty high, probably.
I think one of the great things about working at Performance Golf is we have a really good process, but we're not overburdened by it. We find something that we want to solve, we concept it, we make it, we test it, and it allows us to get to market typically in about half the time that a bigger company would have to take.
Here at Reflex, the good thing is that we have all the resources we need for the full process of making a sample. For example, for Performance Golf that we're working on this glove, I have the capability of making the patterns here. I have a cutting machine and I have the sewing machines as well. So I have the capability of doing the whole process of making a sample in less than 1 day for the client to actually test the product. So we're just finalizing cutting. This has taken like 5 seconds. It has a really clean cut. This has saved us here at Reflex and also our client Performance Golf a lot of time. In the end of the day, a lot of money too.
One of the unique things that we do here is prototyping on a daily basis. So we have these 2 types of 3D printers. We can design and build iterations very quickly. It's all happening in a matter of hours or a day. You know, we can have multiple iterations. We print it, put it on the club, take it out to our hitting area, swing and test it, come back and make iterations. Every time getting better. I mean, it really helps us get through development in the process a lot faster.
So what we're doing is sound testing these putters. So from here, we'll just let the robot do its thing. So the reason why we have the computer is we are analyzing all the sounds, the whole spectrum and frequencies of the putter sound. It's audible feedback to the person. If something sounds wrong, they're gonna feel like they're doing something wrong.
So this isn't just me designing clubs. The whole process is got to make prototypes, got to take them out, got to test them, got to take that feedback, go test with more golfers.
He likes
Oh,
it.
look at that.
He likes it.
One for
Yeah.
one.
I like the impact.
You like the way it sounds at
feeling.
impact?
Yeah, the feel of the impact, and it seems like the back is also going through.
Going straight?
Yeah, going
Oh,
straight
that's a nice
through.
way to
Yeah,
explain it. Yeah.
The PG is not only evolving with golfers and as their game evolves, but because of golfers. So this is a new titanium construction SF2. So it not only fixes your slice, but helps you hit the ball further. The fact that you can hit it straighter and further, and that's a win-win. This is the 1.1 wedge, as it's called. We've made some even further modifications to the sole to make sure that you can't or won't chunk this thing. So 1.1 wedge, keep an eye out for this. We've got a bunch of new training aids that we're working on. I've got a very unique speed training device we're working on. So just a number of things. And it just shows we're not stopping, man. We're going back to the drawing board, we're digging deeper, and we're trying to make stuff that helps golfers get better. And in the next 5 years, I think performance golf is just going to continue to grow and get better at what we do and help more golfers. That's what gets me excited. That's what keeps me going. That's what makes me want to make even better products. So for me, it's always been about that, you know, using equipment to make someone's golf game better, to make their experience better so that they love their game.